In a small town named Brooksville, nestled between mountains and rivers, lived a young man named Oliver Reed. He was a quiet, thoughtful person who loved to spend his nights stargazing. He worked at a local observatory as an amateur astronomer, always on the lookout for mysterious signals and distant lights in the night sky. One night, while Oliver was gazing up at the stars through his telescope, he noticed something strange. A tiny, flashing light seemed to be moving erratically, unlike anything he'd ever seen. He adjusted his telescope, trying to get a better look. The light seemed to zigzag and shimmer, then suddenly disappear. Strange, Oliver murmured to himself, his heart racing with excitement and curiosity. But the next night, the light was back. It was moving closer, slowly but surely, as if it was coming toward Earth. Oliver's excitement grew. He grabbed his radio transmitter and tried to send out a friendly message, hoping he might be able to communicate with whatever, or whoever, was out there. To his astonishment, a soft, trembling voice responded. "Hello," the voice sounded faint, scared, and strangely musical. Is anyone there?" Oliver nearly dropped his radio in shock. Yes, I'm here. My name is Oliver. Are you lost?" There was a pause. Then the voice replied, "I am. I don't know where I am." Oliver's heart pounded with excitement, and I need help. Could he really be talking to an alien? He didn't hesitate for a second. "Tell me where you are. I'll come help you." The voice gave him a set of strange coordinates, and Oliver quickly realized it was pointing to the nearby mountains. Without a second thought, he grabbed his flashlight, packed a backpack with supplies, and set off toward the coordinates in the dead of night. After an hour of trekking through the woods and climbing steep slopes, Oliver finally arrived at the spot. His flashlight illuminated a small clearing, and at the center of it, he saw a peculiar sight. A silvery, oval-shaped pod lay on the ground, half buried in dirt, and surrounded by faint blue sparks. She looked about his age, with shimmering silver hair that cascaded down her shoulders. Her skin had a faint, pearly glow, and her large, violet eyes sparkled with both fear and wonder. She wore a strange outfit that looked like it was woven from stardust, glittering and flowing like liquid light. "Hello. Are you Oliver?" she asked timidly, her voice soft and otherworldly. Oliver stared, speechless for a moment, before he finally managed to speak. "Why, yes. And who are you?" The girl's gaze dropped and she looked vulnerable. "My name is Alara," she said quietly. "I come from a planet far, far away. I was on a mission when my ship malfunctioned, and I crashed here. I don't know how to fix it, and I'm scared." Oliver's heart softened. He could see that Alara was not a threat but a lost soul, far from home. He knelt beside her, extending a hand. "It's okay, Alara. I'll help you. We'll figure this out together." Alara's face lit up with gratitude. She took his hand, and Oliver felt a strange warmth radiating from her touch. It was as if her energy was pure, almost magical. They both spent the rest of the night examining the broken ship. It had circuits and controls unlike anything Oliver had ever seen, and though he was fascinated, he knew this was beyond his ability to fix. Still, he promised Alara he wouldn't leave her alone. When dawn broke, Oliver knew he had to get Alara out of the forest. People might come looking for her ship, and he didn't want anyone to take her away or harm her. "Come with me," he whispered. "I'll hide you in my cabin." Alara nodded, trusting him completely. Together they made their way back to Oliver's cabin on the edge of town, keeping to the shadows and avoiding any prying eyes. When they reached his cabin, Oliver helped her inside and showed her around. "This is where I live," he said, blushing a little. "It's not much, but it's safe." Alara smiled, looking around with wide-eyed wonder. "It's beautiful," she whispered. "Thank you, Oliver." Over the next few days, Oliver taught Alara about life on Earth. He showed her how to wear Earth clothes, eat Earth food, and even how to avoid being seen by others. In turn, Alara told him about her planet, Astrea, a beautiful world with floating cities, forests of glowing trees, and rivers that sparkled like stars. They became close, and Oliver found himself drawn to her in ways he couldn't explain. But he knew he had to be careful. If anyone found out about Alara, they'd take her away, maybe even hurt her. One evening, as they were watching the stars from the safety of the cabin, Alara turned to Oliver
"I miss my
with
family,"
a sad
she
look in her
whispered.
eyes. "I was sent on a mission to study distant planets, but I didn't expect to get stuck here. I don't know if I'll ever see them again." Oliver took her hand gently, feeling a strange sadness in his heart. "I'll do whatever it takes to help you, Alara. I promise." But little did Oliver know, his promise would lead him into an adventure beyond anything he could have imagined. One morning there was a loud knock on Oliver's door. He and Alara froze, exchanging worried glances. No one usually visited Oliver, so this was highly unusual. "Hide," Oliver whispered urgently to Alara, who quickly slipped into the closet. Oliver opened the door cautiously, only to see a man in a sharp black suit standing there, holding a badge. "Good morning," the man said in a flat tone. "My name is Agent Carter. I work for the government. We've received reports of unusual activity in this area. Have you seen or heard anything strange recently?" Oliver's heart raced, but he tried to keep his cool. "No, sir. I haven't noticed anything unusual." Agent Carter's gaze was sharp, almost as if he could see through Oliver's lie. "We've detected strange energy readings coming from this location. Are you sure there's nothing unusual here?" Oliver swallowed, his palms sweaty. "I'm sure, sir. Just an old cabin here. Nothing out of the ordinary." The agent narrowed his eyes, then handed Oliver a card. "If you see or hear anything, contact us immediately. We're very interested in anything." With that, Agent Carter turned and left, but Oliver knew he hadn't given up. He felt a cold chill as he closed the door, realizing just how dangerous the situation had become. Later that night, as Oliver sat beside Alara, he noticed she seemed unusually quiet. She was looking out the window with a haunted expression, and her hands were trembling slightly. "Is everything okay?" "Alara," he asked gently. She hesitated, then nodded. But Oliver sensed there was something she wasn't telling him. Alara looked at him with tearful eyes.
"I promised I would protect
then took
you,
a deep breath.
but I need to know if there's something you're hiding
There is something
from
I
me.
haven't told you,
Anything
Oliver.
that could help us
Something
keep you
important.
safe."
Oliver's heart pounded as he waited for her to speak. I was carrying something with me when I came here. It's a device, a powerful one. My people entrusted it to me to keep it safe because it has the power to change worlds." Oliver felt a chill run down his spine. "What kind of power?" Alara looked away, her voice barely a whisper. "It has the power to heal, or to destroy." Oliver stared at her, feeling a mix of fear and awe. "And it's here." Alara nodded, her eyes filled with guilt. "Yes, it's hidden in my ship. But if the wrong people find it, it could be disastrous." Just then, they heard a rustling sound outside, and Oliver's blood ran cold. The government agents were back, and they were searching the area. "Come on," he whispered urgently to Alara. "We have to get that device before they do. We have to protect it." And so, with danger looming around them, Oliver and Alara set off into the night, determined to protect a powerful secret that could change the fate of the world.